Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning. So all of you are giving 2025 prelims, or any of you are giving 2024 prelims also? Can you raise hand if anybody is giving 2024 prelims? Okay. How many of you are going to attempt the first prelims in 2025? Okay. All right. So today we'll have a brief introduction, brief orientation about the session, right? And then we will take up some doubts. Okay. Just a brief introduction for those who are new and who don't know me, who have not been a part of one of the courses or have not followed anything from my channel, who are absolutely new. I am Capril. I secured AIR 397 in 2022 UPSC CSE. And why I took this course, because I have seen myself what kind of improvement a person can do in their GS4 over time with concentrated efforts. But the thing is that it took me 6 years, and I know what works and what doesn't work. So, telling you, so that I want to guide the students who are stuck up in mains or are starting for mains, so that they don't take that much long time and they know those pointers which actually work and which can help them secure a rank as soon as possible, right? All right. So my first attempt marks was 349, 85 marks average in every subject. In then the second attempt of mains that I gave, I scored 401. And from that, it consistently grew 409 and 425 in the last attempt. Right. So I just want to discuss with you why MAW would be a right thing, and that you guys have come. It will be a really good thing for you, especially for those who are uh, going to attempt in 2025. For them, why it's specifically joining now would be a good thing. First is passive preparation. When we start out our preparation, we generally start with the passive preparation. But when we start to recollect things, what we have studied, when we start to brainstorm, this learning becomes active learning. How it will become active learning? For example, you are reading something. One thing is that you read it, you understood it, and you just noted it down. Second thing is that when some particular question is coming about it or something else, can you relate those things to the particular question? Can you recollect it? So when we are studying the role of CAG, are you able to actually recollect those points where all CAG makes those, where all the CAG is allowed to do those audits, and where all it is not? Or you have just read it and you went through it, right? So recollection, brainstorming, being able to relate it to other things is a very important part of UPSC preparation. I want you to become a thinking person. I don't want, like, UPSC doesn't want people to become bookworms. No, they want a person to become thinking persons. You are the people who will be writing editorials in after coming in the service in the newspaper. So the topic will not be given to you for preparation. You can do your research, but the content has to be original. The original content will only and only come when you are thinking and not only noting down. Now noting down work is being done by chat GPT. It doesn't need people, it doesn't need bureaucrats for that, right? Then when you're starting out the preparation, you might be lost. Even when you're taking a book, you might be lost what to study, what not to study, what is the right content. So what is the right thing to do? Picking the right content. You will realize which content is the correct one, which is not the correct one, only and only after you have done these things. After you have tried to recollect, after you have tried to brainstorm, then only you will realize that you don't need the facts that how many places Annie Besant took during Home Rule League and how many Tilak took. No, it is not the demand of the UPSC. The demand of UPSC is how the program progressed, how Home Rule League, why it came into picture. That is brainstorming. Are you with me on this? Understanding why you have to become a thinking body. UPSC preparation transforms a person in a way that they become a thinking person. They start to think better. And after you become bureaucrats, there'll be unlimited number of things where you will have to take a decision on. Having all the information that you have to connect all the dots. You might have judicial powers, you might have disciplinary powers, you might have to manage with very limited resources. So you need to know, you need to be able to think better, you need to be able to recollect, you need to be able to brainstorm better, right? Chalo. Then I strongly believe that our generation is spoiled by choices. We have flexible schedules. We have flexible schedules through YouTube, through other platforms who will give us tests to be written at our own convenience, to see the classes at our own convenience. When you have a hook that at 7:30 I will get up and sit in this class. After that, your day can't go wrong. If you start a day productively, you sit with me, write 2 answers. It's already a good thing, a good start to the day. You have already started to be productive already. Once you have done that, it is very, very probable that you will remain on track for the rest of your day. So this program will bring you a routine. At 8:30, you are free. You want to go do some exercise, you want to study, you want to have your breakfast, you are free to do that. And that is what I believe is the best thing for this program, that you get up at 7:30, you sit, do something productive, and then go on with the day, right? Discipline is very much required. Consistency is the only thing that UPSC requires. Nothing else beats this. Doing the same thing over and over and over again. If you do it for 3 months, nobody can stop you from writing good answers. 3 months. Imagine getting up, writing 2 answers every day for 3 months, and imagine what you entered as and what you will come out as. You will really become thinking persons. It said that you get a habit in 21 days. You'll be able to do that 4 times. Definitely, it will become a habit that you are waking up early in the morning and you are writing answers. The answer writing capability will also increase. Even if at night, 12 o'clock, I wake you up and ask you an answer that tell me why there is poverty in India, you will be able to give that answer. Right? Next. Especially for the newcomers, there's a huge fear that current affairs, how we will cover. I want to break this myth, the myth that has been spread by coaching industries, and tell you that static forms 80% of what you will be needing in the preparation, in your prelims, in your mains, both. This will bring you the conceptual clarity that you actually need for your preparation in UPSC. Once you write answers, you will realize that most of your answer gets solved by static. So even if you're doing static preparation right now, this would be good enough. You should come, sit and write the answers with me, and then go on with whatever preparation you're doing. I will not demand you to align your preparation according to me, or do something special. No, whatever you are doing, you keep doing, keep writing those answers. This answer writing will complement your preparation in the sense that when you are going and reading something, you will realize that this is what is important, that I might be able to write in that answer, or I will be able to recall in the answer, and this is what is not important. Even if it is a fact, even if it is a committee, even if it is a current affair, you will realize how to apply it. If a current affair is coming that governor did so and so thing, it's not, might come as a question that what are the roles of governor and how it is being questioned. That will be the question, whose answer will be based on the role of governor from the constitution, from Lakshmikant, and on that you will say that recently this happened, on which this question is being asked, and these are the role of governor. In conclusion, this is what the role of governor is, and this is the issues in it. Right? Getting my point? Are you with me? Static portion will be, you will be preparing static portion for now?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay. Then practicing alone. You could do this practice. 100% you could do this practice alone if you are disciplined enough. Every day, after you can make your own schedule, get up at 7:30 in the morning and write 2 answers in a limited time. Mentored practice se kya hoga? First, I will not give you unlimited time. When sometimes you feel that when you have unlimited time, you will be able to write a perfect answer, but that is not the way to go ahead with UPSC preparation. What will happen is you will get into a habit of writing one question in 10 to 12 minutes, and then it will be very difficult to break. First, you have to get into the time limits, then the content improves. Right? That is the right way for exam. So you have to write in a limited time. And while I am there, I'll be able to tell you what is the correct way of writing that answer and what is the best way of writing that answer. What all you could incorporate in your answer. And you can self-evaluate. Right? It will be like sitting together, making you write these answers every day and then telling you that this is the right way. Definitely, you will improve on this. Right? Then, of course, we'll be meeting for 3 months. Right? We'll be meeting for 3 months. So whatever preparation you are doing, whichever phase of preparation you are in, we'll be sitting together and we'll be going on with the preparation and discussion every morning. Be it a content, be it direction for preparation, let it be a moral issue. All of these will get covered in 3 months. Right? So you can feel confident enough. My only request to you guys is you have to come at 7:30 in the morning every day and sit with me. Right? Especially the 2025 people. The course has been designed for 2025 students so that they will be able to take the journey that they are either starting or whichever level they are in. in the form that they can utilize the time that they are going to get. The preparation for prelims and mains can happen for them together, right? Because you guys have time, 2025 students have time. So you can use your time wisely. You can use your content that you're preparing for prelims or for mains wisely and take your preparation forward. Right? All right. Any doubts? Anybody wants to ask something?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, can we start writing essay from the very beginning or
Essays can also be written from the beginning. You just need to realize how do you want to structure the content. See, everybody has different type of exposure from their childhood. So whatever content they have, they can definitely write. Essay is actually the easiest part, if I can tell you. Just you need to know what is the structuring I'm going to do, what kind of content I'm going to write, and then you have to sit for 1.5 hours and write it down on the piece of paper. I have take done a course. It's a recorded videos of discussion on my Telegram channel. You can go through it for this essay preparation.
okay, ma'am? Thank you.
I'll take up some of the comments that are written here. I always thought first about content and writing in time frame. That's actually not the right way to do it. It will become a habit, and that we don't want that. We don't want it to become a habit that first content will come, then in final exam, the mains exam, you will not be able to think at all. Whatever you know will come down on paper because of the time constraints. So you can't give separate time for content correction collection and separate time for writing it down. How we will tackle questions for which we don't know content. See, somebody who's 3 months into preparation, who has read their basic books, they will be able to handle the content. At least, okay, I'm saying you are not able to write 250 words, at least you'll be able to write 100 words, 150 words. And since you guys are starting, it wouldn't be a bad idea to open the book and actually take the content and write it. Right? Syllabus is predefined what we are going to write. You can take up and write it. Second, if you think that you have not prepared well, you can just listen to the session there, or you can go to the recording also. Once you have prepared the content, then you can go through the recording. Otherwise, you just sit in the session, at least listen what is being told. What will happen is when you read that content, consciously or subconsciously, you will pick the right content. You will pick it better. You will learn it better. Is it clear, Yash?
Ma'am, I would like to add something to it.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, won't it become the same like what Gaurav said in the above comment that I always thought about first about the content? Suppose we are writing something about post-independence, and I'm yet not I haven't covered the post-independence completely. So if I'll go and read the textbook and then I'll write the answer, then won't it become the same? We are actually thinking of the content and then writing it.
See, once you are done, the question will not always be same. If you're talking about post-independence, say for example, you read Panchsheel policy of tribals. You have read about Panchsheel policy, but the question will not be about Panchsheel policy itself. It might be on tribals issues. It might be on the policies of India that India adopted, and Panchsheel might be one of the things that you will be mentioning in it. It will never be a same question. That is what you have to learn brainstorming here. I'm not here to teach you the content. I'm here to teach you how to think, how to write. So once you have read it, that will be stored in your memory. And then whenever a question comes, which you will be brainstorming, will you be able to connect that content to it? Will you be able to write some of the references from it? Or even if the question is directly from there, are you writing in according to the demand of the question? Maybe it does not ask the positives of Panchsheel, maybe it asks about the shortfalls of Panchsheel policy. And has it been successful? or where other things, where are the other arenas where this Panchil policy can be applicable? Okay, all of you, just for an experiment. Panchil policy, all of you know? What is Panchil policy? Yash, can you enlighten us since you just talked about post-independence?
I'm not very much like, I just know that it is something uh, policy which has been implemented for the tribals.
Yes, so Panchil policy is that we will not force our developmental indicators on tribals. We will let them develop according to their own time and according to their own needs. Right?
Yeah.
This is what Panchil policy is, right? Now tell me where all in India, where all this Panchil policy can also be implemented in other areas. Just mention what all areas you think Panchil policy that people should be let to develop in their own comforts, in their own areas of expertise. What makes them happy? Where
Local government.
local government, okay. Why? Because every village is growing separately. So local government will be given this Panchil policy that they can recognize and develop their own indices rather than just implementing maybe GDP or industrial growth or manufacturing, right? PVTGs, border villages, okay, villages done. Then where else?
Ma'am, tribal areas.
Tribal areas में तो Panchil है ही ना. Other than that,
tourist spots, ma'am, where tourism is taking place.
tourist spots, okay. Do you think it has something to do with environment?
Yes, ma'am. Environmental impact assessment.
Environmental impact assessment. Why? Because the development should be according to the environmental sensitivity of the area. Then can you apply it on the schools? Can you apply it on students and schools?
Yes, ma'am, obviously.
Yes, right? So you can see, now you can apply, since I have given you this example, if a question comes and you think that Panchil policy developing on their own lines can be utilized there, you can write in conclusion that Panchil policy of tribals, the policy for improvement of education should be on the lines of Panchil policy of tribals of soft touch and no light touch and hands on, hands off and eyes on, like that we are there to help you, but we will not modify your developmental needs. Hands off, eye on policy like Panchil of tribal, Panchil policy on tribals. You can mention now, okay, you can give reference. Maybe it's about education. You can also talk about, diplomacy. Panchil, there is a Panchil for IR also for China, but can you relate Panchil for different countries? India should let
For smaller neighbors, ma'am.
smaller neighbors. Africa is being developed by India with their own help, not like China. The China is coming, doing everything and telling them that you are developed now. No. Not like World Bank's indicators that who is a developed country, who is not, per capita income, this and that. No. Getting my point? How many of you understood this?
Yes, ma'am.
Understood? This is what means thinking, brainstorming, that you will be able to write
Ma'am,
content.
what type of questions we will take daily?
Sorry?
Would it be means previous year's questions? Means we will be taking 2 questions daily. So these questions will be from previous year questions or from current affairs, or you will give the questions from your own.
A mix
Which
of all
questions we will be
to
writing?
give you all an introduction of all kind of questions that you will feel confident in writing any kind of question.
Okay. So for those questions, you will decide the topics that we have to read first.
Yes, I'll
Means
give you a schedule.
like
See, I
okay.
don't ask you to read and come to my sessions. I just want you guys to sit with me, try to write that answer with me. It doesn't have to be a perfect answer. Listen to the model answer or whatever could be a good answer, and then just go on with the preparation that you were going on. I will tell you the areas, what all will be asked. From that only you can write the answers. Yes, it will. Gaurav is asking, will you be taking all GS 1, 2, 3, 4? Yes, I'll be taking you through all GS 1, 2, 3, 4. How to cover art and culture? Can you tell some good sources? See, art and culture ke liye, our Nitin Singhania is good enough, but it has to be pick and choose. You have to see according to the previous year question what is asked in prelims and mains. According to that, you can pick and study that part only. Other than that, you can also refer some reckoners like Lucent GK. Though it is not a very conventional book, but I have found it to be very useful. So if you have not picked up any other book, you can pick it up. Old NCRT is also enough. See, you don't need to know everything. 100% of the things you will not need to know also, and you will not be able to do that also. Whichever source you are following, just pick it up, do it thoroughly, do it religiously. Think that this is a very good source. Just trust one thing and do it completely. You don't need to read 10 books for anything. Right? Covering material
Ma'am,
for, yeah, sir.
ma'am, I wanted to ask regarding the what are the good sources with respect to social justice in GS2? I'm struggling to find these sources. It's very vivid and very vague kind of topics.
Social justice and
Social justice only. GS2.
सोशल जस्टिस का देखो सबसे फर्स्ट थिंग तो इज स्मृति मैम्स लेक्चर्स आर देयर सोसाइटी एंड सोशल जस्टिस लेक्चर्स फ्रॉम ऑफ विजन की है स्मृति मैम शी टीचेस रियली वेल इफ यू हैव नॉट डन इट डू इट फ्रॉम देयर अदरवाइज व्हेन यू रीडिंग विजन की बुकलेट या कोई भी करंट अफेयर मंथली करंट अफेयर सोशल वाली आई बिलीव दैट इट इज गुड अनफ फॉर यू टू कवर along with the other preparation वो आपको थोड़ा सा आइडिया दे देता है. It will give you some idea of how to go about social justice. Otherwise स्मृति सोसाइटी एंड सोशल जस्टिस साथ में प्रिपेयर होता है. So स्मृति मैम के लेक्चर्स देख सकते हो, they are really good.
मैम कहाँ अवेलेबल है यूट्यूब पे मैम या कोई टेलीग्राम पे?
टेलीग्राम वगैरह पे अवेलेबल मिल जाएंगे यार.
ओके.
Ma'am, for ethics and governance.
We will go about it. We'll go through each and every subject. Don't worry. कि क्या किसके लिए क्या पढ़ना है, क्या सोर्स बेटर है. Don't worry. We will go through according to the time. GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, whatever we'll be studying. I will keep telling you कैसे notes बनाने हैं, कैसे पढ़ना है. Everything I'll keep guiding you. Right?
Ma'am?
Yes.
After the 3 months of the course, will there be any sort of guidance what we have to do prior to prelims 25? How we should take up the answer writing practice furthermore?
Sure. After that, we will, no problem. You will get enough idea. And if any further guidance is required, I will make sure that you guys are getting that guidance.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, where can we find that recordings of you?
Yeah, it will be mostly piracy only. But if you do a little effort, you will be able to find that.
Okay, ma'am.
ठीक है, guys. So you promise me to meet me for the session? For the
Yes,
next
ma'am.
months? right? Yes, the sessions are only on weekends. Sorry, weekdays. Weekends are for self-study, right? All right, chalo, we'll close the session for today. Now that you guys are woken up, make good use of the session, make good use of the day, and study well. Okay, plan ahead and study well.
Ma'am, what will be the next day, tomorrow's?
Monday we'll take a session. If there's a session tomorrow, I'll let you know. We'll let you know. Just join this MAW group. If any session is there tomorrow, I'll let you know. We'll post it in this group. Right? All right, guys. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.